It's like if I was whipping, ain't they? How you would just hit the folks out of nowhere? Boy, out of nowhere. You would just, out of nowhere. Yeah, chop out boom and the bitch keep shaking. You heard? Yeah. They dumbass think I'm gonna lose keep waiting. Let's just watch them bounce out, take it. Chop out boom and the bitch keep shaking.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, here's Davis. Paul outside. Here's West. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one is on Towns.
And inside, West holds nothing back, getting physical and drawing a foul while in the act.
And David West drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And Love has it in the corner. Edwards. That falls. Great assist by Love.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Mashburn. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play. Get some points and give this team some confidence.
Here's Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Ingram. Pass to Randall. Misses the wing J.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his face.
now Paul. Here's Mashburn. Plays it up and banks it in.
And whether it's from deep, inside, mid-range, Jamal Mashburn is at home as a scorer.
To the middle. Towns, no luck.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Pass to Randall. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, Randall is such a steady shooter. Interior defense just isn't enough to stop that shot.
Now here's Towns. He's defended by Randall, and he gets the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Paul, and he converts the layup.
A master at finding angles to finish. Chris Paul uses quickness to his advantage.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head coach, and their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination.
How about moving? The bitch keep shaking, the bitch keep shaking, the bitch keep shaking.
Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
All right, thank you, David. And here's Garnett. After Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Lets it go with a three. Offensive rebound.
And Towns is solid at getting strong position on the glass. Terrific work.
And here is Paul. Davis gets a wide open look. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Edwards looking it over. Bill grabs the board. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Mashburn. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 8. Garnett outside. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now here's Davis. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul.
That nigga feet wasn't even set.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So it's Minnesota now. Love outside. Towns for three. The shot is good. And so is his shooting.
I'm there, but it's open somehow. Okay.
And drifting to the corner and finding some space. Towns can exploit any gap in a defense.
Paul outside. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Back to Towns. And it's rebounded by Mashburn.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
The three from Davis. Oh, it's New Orleans. Bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've got good shots. A lot of good shots. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Edwards at full speed. Pass to Garnett. Outside Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
In the transition.
Pelicans leading by 7. Here's Paul, and the layup is good. Paul's got 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Outside Butler. A floater. That one, no good. Randall with some nice D. It's tipped. Pass to Garnett. Here's Gugliotta. Outside Butler. Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
And it's Davis missing. Timberwolves trailed by 10. Pass to Gugliotta. Drains the three-pointer.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Ingram up top. Outside, Davis. His three-pointer's off the mark. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Gugliotta. Garnett, right side. 6 to shoot. Butler takes it in. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
An assertive penetrator. Love watching Butler use that athleticism to drive and finish inside.
Here's Randall. Ripped away. And taken away by Paul. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Randall right side. Back to Davis. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
It's Garnett on the wing. Inside. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Ingram. Back to Paul. To the inside. Here's Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Gugliotta. 1:03 left in the second quarter. Serbiak, no luck.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
Here's Butler. Outside Edwards. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Edwards got 5 minutes.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Here's Mashburn. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mashburn's got his second bucket of the game to go. 20 seconds left to play here in the half. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
KG was just up in that bitch
shooting
waiting,
first free
bro.
throw of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Cassell. Still yet to score. Drives to the hoop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Peja Stojakovic.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one at the line is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pelicans lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
20 seconds.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Timberwolves trailed by 4. Here's Marbury. Pass to Leitner. Lets it go from the wing. Drained for 2 points. Leitner's got the first basket of the second half here for the Timberwolves. Davis down low. Cousins, no one around him. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 5. And so it's Minnesota with it. Driving to the basket. Marbury, good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. That's off as well, so he misses both. Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 3. Pass to Towns. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Davis surveying the floor. 3-pointers to Stojakovic. It's good from long range.
And you have to admire Stojakovic's confidence. Sensational at knocking down those catch and shoots.
To the paint. Here's Towns. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Davis inside. And they pick up 2.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. 3-pointers, Stojakovic, and he's good on the 3-ball. Stojakovic has got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Marbury. Driving inside. Yep, that one goes in there. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Cousins. Jacks up a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Cassell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Oh, agile play from Cassell down low. Finding a high percentage look there.
Yes, that goes in. Cousins has got 5 now.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Inside. Pass to Leitner. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Marbury. And he lays it straight in. He's got 6.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Screen by Cousins. side, Davis. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Serbiak. Timberwolves trail by 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Towns. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. The score now all even. That's 7 points for Christian Laettner.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. .58 seconds left to play in the third. A shot by Paul, no good. And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's Cassell. Shot clock at 5. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Paul. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got 9.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Deflects the pass. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now a 5-point Pelican lead.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Pelicans ahead. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here are the Pelicans now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside, Ball. Pass to Mashburn. Back to Paul. Clock at 4. And here is Davis. Back to Paul. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Pass to Stojakovic. Off target from outside. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. Here's Marbury. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Paul picks up that. And he makes the first. Minnesota making a switch here. Both shots good from the stripe. fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Stojakovic. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Butler. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Ball with a wide-open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. It's Garnett on the wing. Towns for three. Tries again. In deep, Garnett drops it in.
Reads shot trajectories so well. Garnett understands how to capitalize on that offensive glass.
Now here's Paul. And stolen by Love. Poke loose. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Mashburn. Some nice passing here by New Orleans.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Now Towns. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Stojakovic with it. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's a 6-point Pelican lead.
And there's that dead-eye shooting of Stojakovic, especially potent from outside the arc.
Here's Marbury. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. .157 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Now Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Davis. Over Garnett. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up in rhythm.
Outside Butler. And here's Love for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear New Orleans' coach going over their plan during the break. Told them, pedal to the metal. Adding, we're ahead out here, but it's not over yet. You start celebrating in your head when there's work to be done on the floor. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. And here is Paul. There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shots good by Stojakovic.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding it.
New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside Stojakovic. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Edwards, that's good. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Ball outside. Pass to Stojakovic. Off target from three-point range. Long range from the inbound. That's good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was.
I like all-time Pels, though. I knew this nigga had a sick-ass dimer badge. Following him, gold. Hey, that dimer badge, that gold dimer badge with this nigga set shooter shit and all that shit, limitless range with that slippery off ball, and this nigga got that bitch say 99, but that bitch really 97 though, for real, for real. So you know, a lot of that shit be green. Everybody that played scored. For now. For them, everybody that played up in this bitch got some points. My account communication being and shit, y'all. I can't even troll niggas up on this shit for 2 months. Unless I go up on my other account, but shit, we trying to stay up on them leaderboards. Who this nigga rocking out with? Who you rocking out with, bro? He picking Celtics or OKC. What fun of he is. I really want to rock out with them. He ain't picking his team, so if he get fucked, that's his fault. For now. Oh shit, he ain't pick his team. Fuck niggas be picking that shit the last second, folks. That's on him. I can't even tell him like, hey brother, pick your team, cause shit, my shit community band.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Gobert. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
Here's Mashburn to the inside. Kicks it out to Jackson. There's a screen. It's blocked by Gobert.
That nigga not even jumping like that, folks. That nigga not chasing shit down.
Now
like
Edwards.
that,
Outside Reed. Pass to Gobert. Reed with it. Jackson in his pocket. Reed can't hit. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run.
And that's all Nowitzki, right? Great frame and great game to get fouled on that shot.
These are his first free throws of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Edwards. Doncic grabs the miss.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Nowitzki. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, incredible looking shot down in the paint. Nowitzki making it look so easy right now.
Yep, count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here's Minnesota now. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall with a little flavor on the finish.
Here's Harper. Pass to Nowitzki. Doncic with it. Guarded by Edwards. Fires at the elbow. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Well, you see what the defense wants to give up there. Luka more than comfortable in the mid-range.
Here's Edwards. Going inside. Nice move.
My boy.
Say, what's the word, gang?
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And the shot goes in. Doncic has gotten his second bucket.
There is this fundamental confidence to no problem.
Here's Edwards. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Well, we know Edwards has it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Pass to McDaniels. Now DiVincenzo. Back to Daniels. The three is up. Another miss by Minnesota. The Mavericks leading. Doncic outside. Down low. Donaldson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Edwards, that's good.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Here's Mashburn. No made baskets yet. Pass to Donaldson. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here's DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. For three. It's rebounded by Dallas. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 8.
A dribble drive by Luka Doncic isn't about speed. It is about craftiness. This guy is so smart.
For three, Randall nails it from 3. He's got 5.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Mavericks. And during that quarter, he was everywhere, just wreaking havoc. Back to the game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
To the middle. Here's Donaldson. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
The Mavericks lead by 3. Here's Jackson. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's the pick. Here's DiVincenzo. And Donaldson pulls it down.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Aguirre. Here's Blackman. Misses the 3. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the tray.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Blackman. DiVincenzo covering. Blackman no good. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Conley. Reed for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Inside. And that one's good. Donaldson. Donaldson's got 8.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And here's Conley. Outside Reed. Pure from three-point range.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
Here's Donaldson. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Both teams will make substitutions. And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Need to bring his ass.
Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
You to quiet my nigga, we need some of that meat commentary.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
Niggas be lame as hell when they do this shit, bro. Alright, bring your ass on, bro.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Edwards. Oh, and it's a big-time dunk as he slams it right over Doncic.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the paint. Here's Bradley. Uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Edwards. He's got 10. Inside. Here's Reed. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Doncic. Dallas leading by 5. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Boy, the extraordinary
I miss no shit like that.
instincts of Luka Doncic on display right there.
Edwards with it. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Bradley with a block. Here's Harper. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Mashburn's shot is off. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Up top, Reed. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Reed. Misses off the left iron.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's Harper. There's the three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And now it's a 10-point Maverick lead. Down low. Outside Reed. To stop the drought.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. And he drops the first. That one misses. Here's Gobert. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Dallas with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Doncic with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Bradley inside. Goes back up. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves trail by 10. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Guys, you have to put a body on Anthony Edwards. This guy is too skilled and too strong.
This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And he's good on the second. The Mavericks lead by 9. Here's Doncic. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Bradley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Bradley's got 7 points in the game.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on Anthony Edwards.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He could really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels. So dangerous.
Outside Reed. And a miss there on the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Harper. Pass to Bradley. Off target at the rim.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Reed can't hit.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Bradley. And the layup is good off the glass. Bradley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Chris Finch
that
calls
nigga Mini
timeout
Wimby.
here. I think right now
said like
he must be
7'4",
looking at some
7'5", like that
adjustments.
nigga whip, bro. We got buttons. Watch them bitches stutter. He stalled this game so bad for this shit could have been done. He waited through all these timeouts, but the game could have been over. Bro, the game would have been over.
Into the second half of play now. And Edwards, here we go. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. This is the most they've led, 13 points. And Minnesota has possession. It's blocked.
And just great anticipation from Dirk, playing his cards right on the defensive end, comes through with the rejection.
Here's Edwards. Outside Reed. Takes the three. Connects from downtown. Reed's got 6.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
To the inside. Here's Doncic. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Fade away. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Edwards. Edwards is doubled. Here's Gobert. Randall outside. To the middle. Here's Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution report.
The Mavericks lead by 10. Pass to Harper. Back to Doncic. Three-pointer. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Randall. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. And Dallas with possession. Here's Nowitzki. Checked by Randall. Randall with a steal. Now Conley. No points so far. For 3, DiVincenzo. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Nowitzki. Three-pointer. That one is off. Timberwolves trail by 7. Gobert inside.
Let's remember, Rudy Gobert, 7-1. Very hard to contest effectively.
Minnesota shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And that one falls for Gobert. And so he hits both. Dallas leading by 5. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Doncic. Five on the clock. To get back on track. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This guy is an absolute machine. Luka Doncic keeping his foot on the gas and giving the defense everything they can handle.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
A nice shot by Mashburn. Edwards looking it over. McDaniels from long range. And so it's Dallas finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Inside. Here's Reed. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention. Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
Pass to Bradley. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Outside McDaniels. He buries it from three. McDaniels got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Dallas leading by 5. Pass to Bradley. Lays it up and banks it in. Bradley's got 9 points here in the second half.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Outside Reed to the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it.
I love that Rudy.
Make them a boy with the word.
That power, Rudy.
Down low. Here's Bradley. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Mashburn. And he jams it home with authority.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Rudy looked like Prime Shaq against the Lakers.
What a great sequence for this group.
Dallas
He is Prime Shaq now, I guess. Nah, they just didn't have a big man, though. If they had a big man, they would have been. Again, that would have bust their ass. For sure, for sure. Bro, them niggas had. Yeah, them niggas had a big man. Even if they would have had that nigga Mark Williams from Charlotte, it would have been over. He would not have been doing that shit against Mark Williams at all. He would have been sending that shit.
He had near 30 point and 24 board. I should have bet on him. Even Mark William trolled the Laker after they lost.
I'm saying though, but like, why they block that trade with him and Mark Williams? Like, why did they do that shit? What was their point?
Doncic outside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
A little over 2.5 minutes.
He didn't pass his physical.
Like, what is that? Like a drug test or something? Yeah, drugs up in the system or something.
The understated
like, how don't you pass a physical?
Game, his strength. He is going to draw contact and usually make
how the
it.
fuck don't you pass a physical? So?
And the second free throw is good.
I was passing that shit as a kid.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I've been smoking weed.
It's a 10-point game.
Knew he was injured during the trade.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic outside. Dallas no good that time either. And here's Minnesota now. Pass to Reed.
Hey Nate, you think my Rockets gonna come back and win it?
Reed's
think so?
got 4 points this quarter.
Or you think it's over for them?
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Bradley sets a screen. Here's Harper. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Timberwolves trail by 8.
I don't know, folks.
It's Edwards on the wing. That three
ain't gonna count him out.
That closeout certainly made a difference.
I ain't gonna count my Rockets out,
He
folks.
altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. And here's Edwards outside. Shot misses.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
A nice shot by Mashburn.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
Out left to the wing. Here's Harper. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. And now a 12-point Dallas lead.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Oh, the sweet crossover, too.
Curry gone drop a masterclass. Jalen Green has been a no-show this series.
Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact? Nice.
Launches it. Nails
None of
it
them
from
niggas been
beyond
showing
the
up
arc.
for real. Me and Thompson ain't even been showing up for real, for real. It's been Fleek and Segun. Oh no.
And so Dallas takes
all
this one
Fleek and
by a big
Segun. Them
margin.
niggas been killing
Boy, this
them.
crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll wrap it up.
Von Vliet only had one good game.
Nah, he been killing, Pop. He been making some good ass shots and shit. Some key shots. Segun out that hooper though. Real shit.
BTW am going on a date this weekend.
Yeah. Is it with your with the same girl you was telling me about? Or is it a different chick?
Now it's another one.
Oh, okay. I knew he was gonna do some weak ass shit, folks. I knew it. Knew he was gonna do some lame shit. You know, what's
My
wrong with these
N-word.
niggas today? All these niggas getting. What up, John, my boy? All these niggas getting all the time, folks. Bro, I ain't playing with these niggas no more. For all these niggas doing that lame ass shit. We ain't going for none of that.
Sup, John?
Towns. Folding. Put Towns up in this bitch. I'm gonna force his ass to have to put Jalen Brunson out the game. Fold him. I ain't playing
Cool
none
and
of these
bro,
niggas no
have
more.
y'all seen the movie Sinners? What's up, Nate Nizzle?
I ain't seen that movie. Is it scary? It sound like some scary shit.
Nah, haven't seen it.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Hi, everyone. I'm
try to
Brian
get back in the
Anderson,
gym
along
like
with
next
Grant
week.
Hill and Brent Berry. Our
Everybody talk about it, I'm go tonight, bro. Also, GTA 6 has been delayed. Jaylon, my skin is brown face ass. Nah, IT's not really scary, but IT's dope as fuck. Seen IT twice.
Positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so
I'ma see us to
smooth
that
down there
shit.
inside.
Down low. Here's Butler. The Knicks pull it in. And an Obi for three. Towns with a rebound. And so it's Edwards who brings
I
up
ain't
the
gonna
ball
play
for
for
Minnesota.
anybody that do lame shit for I'm playing them lame as hell.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh my, Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
In transition, here they come.
Man, I knew my Lakers was going to get beat by the Wolves, bro.
And that's what
Good
happens
move.
when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying
I mean,
Now here's Edwards. Out to the right
and they
wing.
ain't had no big men, so what do you expect?
Pass to Love. And here's Edwards. 6 on the shot clock.
Y'all let Gobert look like Shaq.
And some solid defense from Towns.
No big man, and no defense.
Now the Knicks with it. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Minnesota's head
Luke up
coach,
at
and we
defensive
discussed
training
Mikal
camp.
Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of
Nah,
problems
real
with
shit
his
though. Luka
movement
had
off the
to.
ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also
to lose
praised
some
Bridges'
pounds.
on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Get a little bit athletic. Athletic Luka would be crazy as hell, boy.
Now here's Brunson. Out to Bridges.
Gobert looked like Shaq with a sprinkle of Dwight Howard when he played for the Magic.
To the inside.
Nah, he wasn't doing all that. He wasn't high flying
Puts
and
it up from
shit.
17. Towns with a rebound.
Luka is a cone.
In that in-between gap there, too bad we can't
Y'all knew that
reach
shit
that
was
one on
crap.
target.
Think about it, they put Luka on
Can't lose
ant.
sight
Like,
of
why
where
the
Edwards
fuck
is
is
in
you putting
transition.
Luka on
He
ant
can
for
be
a
so
game?
explosive in these situations.
Towns
Like,
outside.
for y'all,
It's all from
hold
three-point
up.
range. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Over to the wing.
Y'all,
Pass to
y'all
Towns.
fucking better.
To the middle.
What y'all
This
thinking?
dude you playing tried to pull a mid-range shit with Mitchell Robinson rolling on the floor laughing.
Cat. knew that shit was over.
Shot not shit my bad rolling on the floor laughing rolling on the floor laughing.
Hey, though. Win game 7, though.
All time Spurs go hard, bro. You got the all time Heat yet, fam?
Yeah, I got all time Heat. Spurs my next. Nah, the
People
Bucks
have
my
no
next
IQ
team.
in this game.
Yeah, I know they don't. But I wonder, could I go against a decent player, though, folks? Like, damn, folks, can I go against a decent opponent that's not about to switch the teams at the last minute or play with Boston or OKC, folks? That should make the game boring, folks. That's why I don't be playing this shit like that no more, folks. Niggas always doing that lame man shit, man. So it's gonna be Boston, OKC last second. I'm phoning. That's what that nigga gonna do. Everybody gonna do that against me. I'm used to that shit at this point.
I wonder what new teams they gon' have for next season. I'm so happy I got these teams unlocked for this season. I needed a mental break, FR.
It seemed like this season it took me the longest. Like I ain't even beat GOAT League yet. Like this season took the longest to do any of that shit. Beat GOAT League and all that shit. Like that shit normally like done with already. But shit, I've been had to play with all time teams and shit until one teams and shit all season. Cause these niggas been doing. They been at they lanes.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. It's the Portland Trailblazers facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now here's Sabonis. And Aldridge with the slam.
Shit is crazy, bro. I had played the Celtics 7 games straight one night, and get mad when I pick an all-time team.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's
That's why I ain't going for none of that shit. All that Celtics, OKC shit,
he'll
I
shoot
ain't
free
going for that
throws.
shit.
It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. These are his first free throws of the game.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Now here's Lillard. Back to Sabonis. 6 to shoot.
I don't give a damn no more, Meek. These dudes swing high, I'm a swing low. I don't care no more.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
All balling niggas now. All-time team these niggas. I don't care. These niggas lame ass shit up.
Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander.
That would tier 2, or we could do something. We could do something decent. Even it could be tier 1, folks. We don't know Boston and fucking OKC all the fucking time.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And there's a 3-second violation.
It ain't no more of that trying to be fair to the league.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Roy. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Lillard. Sabonis, left side. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Drives to the hoop.
Nice find by Lillard. He deserves some recognition.
I had the Spurs, and Buddy picked the Warriors, and at the last second picked the old-time Grizzlies, and I beat the hell out of him, bro.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and banks it in.
So like I said, boy, it is what it is at this point.
Great basketball.
I hope that next year niggas can see your record. None of that shit, bro.
Possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
I hope next year, like, that's like the shit that make this shit is niggas can see your record. Hope that niggas can see that top 25 shit. None of that.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Screen by Holmgren.
Niggas can see your record, bro. It should be way less niggas pick all time.
It's the trifecta.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. Love seeing these type of results.
Pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
I gotta take him off.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
I gotta take Damian Lillard off. That shit is a disaster waiting to happen.
Facts: people can't see the record, and they have no info on you. Plus, if you pick a team, you can't change the team at the last second.
Yeah. Still, though, I feel like a lot of niggas will pick a team. Well, a lot of niggas still pick a team at the last second. They'll wait to see who you gonna pick. Our niggas still might pick their team at the last second. So that'd be even worse. Because then if you stuck with a team and they can, it's in his field now.
Timeout call.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Wallace. Launches it. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This shit talking about my PS5. Like, what
He's
the fuck?
consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hey, I need this for y'all PlayStation. If it be hot and shit overheat, can the air, that shit work every time.
No points yet. Driving in. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
Gotta get the can of air.
Thunder with a lead. Pass to Wallace. Takes a three. The kick out to Wiggins. Williams with it. Jacks up a
I was
three.
up the zone.
Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
To the left wing. .24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
A smart move, using a little pump fake to get all the time he needed to go hard to the basket.
Yeah, it's just a simple move, but it looks so beautiful when it works. Reminds me of you, Grant.
Oh, I appreciate that, B.A.
To the paint. Just 3 on the clock. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one.
They need to take that shit out the game. Shoot them long ass animation.
And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oklahoma City?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. He can make that pass in his sleep.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the bucket by the Blazers. Wallace misses. Pass to Roy. Three-pointer. The Thunder with the rebound. Wallace outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
To the inside. Here's Walton. Boom! He jams it straight down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Exploding to the rim. No getting in Shai's way, especially when he's got full head of steam.
They get the rebound. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. Blazers trail by 7. Pass to Aldridge. Again, the miss by Portland.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Aldridge defending. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Roy's shot is good.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now. Dort outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Aldridge pulls down the board. Blazers trail by 5. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
The Thunder making a switch here. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Drexler. Down low. Aldridge down low. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, back to the basket. Sometimes more facing up is Aldridge. He excels right there down in the painted area.
Personal foul.
And the Trailblazers call time here. under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the right side. Holmgren with it. Yet to see a basket. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Portland with a rebound. Over to the left wing. Here's Drexler. And then Aldridge with the dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
So it's the Thunder now, after the basket by Portland. Back to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing with his first shot attempt. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Sabonis outside. Back to Lillard. Sabonis in the post. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Sabonis has got 10.
Good to see Damian Lillard take a more proactive approach to getting his teammates involved here in this one.
Here's Holmgren. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Man, good whistle there.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
One of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special.
Here's Walton. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Thunder out in front, leading by a point. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. No good on the 3. Here's Drexler. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Oklahoma City on D. They lead by 1. Drexler. No good from outside. Williams in the post. The shot from the low post is good.
I'm just the open. That nigga just made it tight. I'm asleep.
Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander going through contact. Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to fall.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Lillard. No points so far. Pass to Walton. The Thunder with the rebound. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Walton. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Again, the miss by Portland. Thunder leading by 5. Stripped away. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Roy. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
Timeout, timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Always got to come back for the game. He ain't that chill against that. So.
Here's Lillard. No made baskets yet. Aldridge outside. Knocks down the long J.
Well, that's a staple of Aldridge's game right there. He knows he's got the green light to shoot off the pass.
Inside. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's SGA. The layup off target.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space.
You ain't run to each other though, bro. That's the game.
There's a minute 47 left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And it's Drexler missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. To the middle. Here's Sabonis. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Sabonis has got 14.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Williams with the screen. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caruso. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
What the fuck is this nigga making, bro?
Blazers trail by 5. Here's Drexler. Off the mark there with a 3.
Drexler. Shit.
And here are the Thunder now. Caruso outside. Here's the 3.
Lockdown.
That shot off. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Drexler. Off target.
I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna just stop shooting with that.
About him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Here's Lillard.
No, it ain't 2 points. What the fuck, bro?
And here's Caruso. Williams from long range. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer.
Can't shoot with Drexler, bro.
And we've reached the end of the third.
I can shoot with Drexler, game. This shit is out. I just don't want to shoot with these games. Appreciate it, gang.
Well, this has been a great contest so far.
Bro, I know how to shoot this with Drexler, bro. It's over. I don't know how to shoot with his ass. His ass 7.
And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Portland.
This shot didn't know. Where's the Tracy Brady shit?
To the paint.
Oh no. Got to take it out, take it out, take it out. Keep going.
Here's Sabonis. The Thunder pull it in.
Yes. Oh.
Here's Wiggins. Caruso outside. Down low. Here's Jang. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice
shit with this team, bro.
Jang's got his first bucket in this one. Lillard looking around. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 7. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
This nigga make everything though, bro, with these niggas though, bro.
Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
All to the Trailblazers.
Now here's Aldridge.
Yeah, bro.
It's stolen. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Those are the kind of plays that
we're talking like the decent, not all-time team. So I got an all-time team for every all-time team for OKC, folks. These niggas just
Here comes
get it
Oklahoma
done.
City. Wallace's shot is good.
These niggas can't get it done, bro.
Thunder lead by 13.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just
These
firing
niggas
on
cannot
all
get that shit
cylinders.
done,
I
folks.
mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
That nigga Drexel, folks, his jump shot is ass. If that nigga's able to shoot, bro, I'm winning.
Players playing today can do.
That nigga cannot
And
shoot.
Mark Dagnall has
What the
called
fuck
the
he got a
timeout.
96 overall
No
for?
doubt. He's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Let's check
Like,
in with
who
our
is
reporter,
that?
Allie
96
LaForce.
overall for, bro. If
Thanks,
he cannot
guys.
shoot
Mark
that
Dagnall
bitch,
had some
man,
words
I
for
don't
his
get
team
it.
over the last break. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. B.A.?
And Allie, thank you
Wow,
for that.
I ain't even know
Drexler, that's good.
He's going to
Wow.
punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And stolen by Aldridge. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Another three for
Go,
Portland.
man.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Pass to Williams. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Blazers trail by 4. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
And Sabonis slams it in.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Timeout called. Portland.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always
this
adjustments
game
you can
way
make.
harder than what it
Not
got.
just there.
Get back, gang.
This nigga has made this shit way harder than what this game has to be, though, bro. Like,
To carry it out.
this shit's gonna bend over, bro. He making this shit so hard.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And they go to the intentional
they
foul.
go.
Timeout, timeout. Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over.
Why are you guarding Hartenstein?
Bro, he pick and roll on my ass. I didn't even pick and roll, and it's like he right, Tez. Fuck him, you right. In fact, you 100% right.
Pass to Holmgren. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. On offense, here are the
I ain't gonna go for that three with my boy Jackson.
They picked up
Who
11
that shit is that? Sell that bitch.
To the inside. Aldridge.
Why wouldn't you dunk the ball, man? Why wouldn't you?
It's out of bounds.
Why wouldn't he dunk the ball, bro?
To tie it up. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the
Wouldn't
line.
he said dunk the ball.
It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
But what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Now here's Gilgeous Alexander. Oh, the long ball from Holmgren.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Sabonis outside. Pass to Aldridge. Back to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Sinks it from
I don't know what these niggas out here doing, bro. They ass like wild
6 points in the quarter.
And the young fella, the big boy, embracing the moment. That's a great shot from Chet.
Aldridge down low. That's tipped. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth.
These niggas just slow as fuck, bro. Like, it's just a team, bro. It's a team.
At rim level. Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need them back.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
The three from Aldridge. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. And the Thunder making a change here. The second one drops. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a one-possession game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
It don't matter if I'm there, bro. It's 98 Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. And it's a 4-point ball game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game.
Never picked this all-time team for OKC no more, fo. Like, these niggas couldn't even do shit, fo. These niggas, like, I played good, fo. It's this nigga why we lost, fo. Really, fo. It's this nigga right here why we lost, game. That nigga 1 for 5 from 3-point line. Them bitches was wide open. That nigga wide the fuck open, missing them bitches, fo. Horribly missing them bitches.
This the hardest season face with tears of joy.
Bro, it's not that this shit hard, bro. If I had another team, I would have beat his ass, folks. At that point, I should have just picked the Celtics. At that point, I would have had way better luck. Niggas just need to pick their team. I don't know why niggas wait till the last second to pick their teams and shit, folks. I would have busted ass if I had them. With them, at least I don't got to worry about niggas missing their shots and shit. For them. At least I know my niggas gonna make their shots.
That's not enough apples.
It's Alpha Meek face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, don't block me. Face with tears of joy, 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 face with tears of joy.
Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Now, here is Halliburton. Basket good. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Halliburton right side. Out to Turner. A three-pointer, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Now it's ended down to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Rick Carlisle.
And they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. And one thing among many, Doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually
slow ass animation they just gave
in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Towns down low. Pass to Anunoby. Sinks the triple.
OG Anunoby increasingly dangerous with his jumper. Nice catch and shoot opportunity there.
Nembhard with it. Towns comes with a double team. Here's Nesmith. Halliburton in the corner. Looking to end the run. And he gets the bucket.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Towns. Bridges with it. Just 5 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's Halliburton. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Achua.
Passing out of that shit.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Game is not fucking with me today, man.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
That free throw, no good. And with each passing season, DB, OG... Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat, an offensive rebound, and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Here's Bridges. Towns wide open. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
In the corner, it's Neesmith. Back to Turner. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
To the paint. Anunoby outside. Pass to Brunson. Oh, and here comes Mathurin all alone. Goes straight through the defender for the double.
Shit, give him some.
Go to the line. That one goes on Anunoby. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Now, here's Achua. Scoreless thus far. Outside Mathurin. Siakam outside. Back to Mathurin. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Knicks with the lead. 1 second separating the shot clock in game play. Bridges misses. So it's the Pacers now. Back to McConnell. Pass to Siakam. Now here's McConnell. Brunson covering. Here's Mathurin. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand. And he's
But not me to dunk that. They would let him get blocked animation. I'm out ignoring they rules. They just had this game operate.
At the end of 1 quarter of play. Still a close game. It's the pick. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Teardrop shot. Nice. Brunson working inside.
Oh, that's a silky jump shot, playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys who sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you.
Well, this is where the effectiveness of Thomas Bryant's wingspan is on display. What nice coverage.
To the middle. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. They trail by 1.
Boy, the explosiveness of Obi Toppin can really